Hello and welcome to Sports by Compion NFL Preseason Edition. My name, of course, is your Steven host. That's right, I said it in that manner to confuse you even more. And I'm joined here by a returning friend of the show, the guy who just understands Patriots football, understands do your job, if you will. Mr. Cooper O'Connell's back in the house. How you doing, Cooper?
It's good to be back. I'm happy to be here.
Absolutely. We can't get enough of your Patriots insights, and we're real pumped that you're back. The boys are back with all new things, Cooper. We changed the coach, we changed the quarterbacks, we changed the cleats, the locker room. I heard they even fired the cook who's been there for years.
Yeah, well, we famously got basically all Fs on our. Have you ever seen those like club report cards that come out in the summer?
Yeah. Did you guys do really bad?
We got Fs on like pretty much everything. We got an F minus in family treatment, which is hilarious because I didn't think an F minus was even a grade. I thought F was as low as it gets. I don't know what they were doing to the players' families, but the crafts are under a lot of heat right now. They had that, and then the documentary that a lot of Patriots fans, myself included, thought it was a load of shit. Um,
Ooh,
you
I
know,
forget which one this was. I think there was something coming out recently that Patriots fans weren't happy about. Remind me the
what
title.
was that?
What was the name of that Patriots documentary?
The Dynasty. It's on Apple
Oh,
TV.
right. Yeah, I heard a lot of people weren't super happy with that one. It's a little sketch, huh?
I didn't even finish watching it. I mean, it was just a lot of bad things were said about Bill Belichick. Which is okay. He's a public figure. He's allowed to be criticized.
Sure.
Everything he did wrong was like a big part of that documentary, and there was not one mention of Robert Kraft going to the massage parlor. I find that kind of interesting. Wonder if that worked out.
That is funny. Good old Robert,
Yeah,
just going for a massage, man. Jeez, guy can't get enough
Robert
love
Robert
out of
Kraft is
it.
on camera calling Belichick a smug. Can't be doing that.
Eee. Yeah, that relationship wasn't going to work out too much longer. But the important part is, dude, get out of here, EA. Absolutely not. Anyway, the important part is it's a new year, new coach, new first round pick quarterback. What will these Patriots do? Let's start right there with the quarterback situation. I heard Jacoby Brissett's a little banged up, so will we see Drake May too soon? What do you think?
They actually announced this morning that Brissett's going to start against Cincinnati week 1.
Okay, so he
So
recovered.
we're not going to see Drake May for probably at least a couple of weeks. I mean, I think based on their schedule, we got Cincinnati, then Seattle, then the Jets, then San Francisco, and I don't know where we're gonna throw Drake May in like on that stretch for his first game. I
I'm
feel
sure
like
the
we're gonna give
Bengals.
Brissett a month at least, and then whether or
Yeah,
not he's tough from there, we'll figure it out. But a lot of things. I mean, like I think he's in a worse starting spot than Mac Jones was in if Drake May were to start.
yeah. I think Drake May sitting on the bench is definitely not a bad thing, but I don't know. We've seen some consistent play from Jacoby Brissett over his career. I don't think he's a bad quarterback. Certainly a nice little serviceable guy, bridge quarterback for you. Hopefully, he can survive because there's not a very good offensive line, which we can hop into in a little while.
Yeah, well, he's not really going to elevate anyone. I love Jacoby, but he's not that kind of quarterback. And no one's really going to elevate him unless somebody randomly becomes really good, who's like, a surprise coming into the season.
Hmm.
Ramondre Stevenson's pretty good, but we also have one of the most like inconsistent offensive line situations in the NFL. So there's not a lot to love with our offense. Our defense, which I
What's
mean,
happening? Well, let's finish up on the offense real quick before
okay,
we run
okay,
away from there.
sorry.
So Ramondre Stevenson, not super excited by. I see you picked up Antonio Gibson. That's nice.
I mean, he's a great player, but he's just in a tough situation where, as far as I'm concerned, like there's not really a threat of the passing game to make his life easier.
Yeah. So you got Kendron Bourne, the Bourne killer himself.
Yeah, he's on
As
the
it looks like.
PUP actually. He's not starting the season. He's going
Oh,
to be hurt
great.
for a while.
Okay.
He tore his ACL
So
like around this time last year.
yeah, these are not scary names here on the receiver market. How is it possible that the Patriots for multiple years now cannot get anybody scary in this receiver room? Like, there's 1,000 decent receivers running around the NFL.
Nobody
What's
wants to
going
play
on?
here. We suck. It's cold. a lot of taxes for millionaires in Massachusetts.
Ah,
Like we offered Brandon Ayuk like 30 mil, and he literally like it was the best offer. He said no because he just didn't want to play for the Patriots. Calvin Ridley, we gave a pretty big offer to, and he took less money to play for the Titans. Now I'm not gonna cry about Calvin Ridley the way I would about Brandon Ayuk
you think he's
personally, but
better? I personally would prefer Calvin Ridley, although he is older.
I don't know. I wouldn't want to give like 70 million to a guy who missed 2 years straight for like non-injury reasons, you know?
This is true. This is true, but he has been pretty consistent since coming back. But yeah, I see your point. So I guess the hope of and the dream is going to be Hunter Henry and Austin Hooper, right?
Yeah, I mean, Austin Hooper hasn't really been like a number one tight end for a while.
No,
Demario
but
Douglas is the guy to watch on the offense, if anyone. Demario Douglas is the 6th round pick out of Liberty.
sixth
He
round
looks
pick. Let's
like
go.
what's that?
Sixth round pick. That's how the Patriots
Yeah,
roll. We love the sixth round.
we can never get good receivers early, but we always manage to find somebody in like the 6th or 7th round. Um, yeah, he's a little guy. He's like a slot receiver. I think he's going to lead the team in targets this year. He's a really good route runner. He's a little undersized, but I mean, I think between like KJ Osborne, Jalen Polk, and Kendrick Bourne, like once Bourne comes back, he's going to eat into both of their targets. But Douglas has a really solidified role on the team. I like him a lot, and I hope that he has a really good year this year because he's like one of the only players I can be like super optimistic about right now.
Would you say that this might be a nice little fantasy sleeper pick? So when you can
Oh,
grab
big
him like
time!
a
I have him on
fourth.
my bench, on my dynasty league and my regular league.
Nice. Cool. Well, that wraps up a very exciting Patriots offense. Any final? Oh, of course. Before we go, we got to mention our boy Cole Strange, just holding it down. Is he like the shining light of that Patriots O line, or is he kind of struggling too?
Oh no, I mean I'm still gonna hold out hope that things go better for him, but he's not looked at very brightly amongst Patriots Nation right now.
Oh no.
He's also starting the season on the PUP, so he's not going to be even on the field. Even if he wasn't injured, like he's been super inconsistent. We actually have him. I read that we're trying to have him play center now because we lost Jake Andrews, our backup center for the season, and that dude Nick Leverett can't snap. We literally have one guy in the team that can snap right now. And it's David Andrews.
Nick
So
Leverett came over from the Bucks. He was our backup
really,
for a couple of years. Yeah, and yeah, similar. We couldn't really throw him in there in the center, but he was a decent guard to throw in there sometimes.
I'm not blaming the guy. I had to play center in high school a couple times, and I was not good at snapping. I
Oh, it
hated
seems
the
really hard.
concept of having to throw my hand under my legs before blocking a guy. You got to get your hands up so fast that like I would rush the snap sometimes.
Yeah, yeah, no, it seems really difficult. Well, anyway, hope Cole Strange can pull it together because he has a cool name. Anyway, moving over to this defense, like you mentioned, probably the strength of the team, huh?
Yeah, big time. We took a big hit with Christian Barmore. He's our defensive tackle. He's a young stud. We just gave him a huge contract. He has blood clots, so we're probably not going to see him for, I feel like, the entire season. I mean,
Blood
I don't
clots,
see
huh?
blood clots take guys out that often, but usually they go out for the year at least if they have blood
Yeah,
clots.
I never really heard of that. It sounds rough. Hope
Yeah,
he's
it's
okay.
brutal. Yeah, he was our best D lineman, and then we also traded Judon, obviously, to the Falcons. So our front seven went from really good to like not as good, which kind of sucks. I think our
Oh, why did you trade
secondary is
Judon to freaking
really
the
good though.
Falcons, dude? That's terrible news for me. Now Judon's going to be in the NFC South. Great.
Yeah, Judon's good, but he's not great. I miss him. I mean, he was probably the best player of like the post Brady era for the Patriots.
Yeah,
I'm not trying to downplay it, but at the same time, like he wasn't like Max Crosby or Miles Garrett.
fair enough. But you did have Christian Gonzalez really balled out last year. This is going into his second year now.
Yeah, I'm trying to temper my expectations because apparently he's been getting beat a little bit in training camp. Um, and he played 4 games and got hurt. He looked really good in those 4 games, but small sample size. Trying to temper my expectations, but I'm really excited about him. I mean, he looks so freaking good that like I feel like he could, be a lockdown corner for like 5 years, maybe more.
Nice. That is exciting. And Kyle Duggar's another stud you have over there with Terrell Peppers playing the opposite from him. That's a pretty good little safety combo.
Yeah, I'm surprised we managed to retain both him and Peppers because they do pretty similar things and they have pretty similar strengths. Like they're kind of like roaming safeties that are really good in the box and like they're really good at the line of scrimmage. I thought we were going to let Duggar walk and just have Jabril Peppers and this dude Marte Mapu play safety, but Marte Mapu is hurt right now, so I guess things kind of worked out on that front. But yeah, I love our safeties. I think we have. I'm not going to say the best because they're probably someone who I'm forgetting, but definitely up there with like the top 5, top 3 safety rooms in the NFL.
I like it. Yeah, those are some pretty frisky safeties over there. Anything else to say about that secondary? Any names you might be missing?
I like this dude Alex Austin. He's our backup corner behind Jonathan Jones.
Okay.
But I don't know. I think the way the depth chart looks is a little misleading. I think Jonathan Jones is going to end up just playing nickel like usual, and then Austin might be like the starting sideline corner. I don't know. He played a lot at the end of last year when we were super banged up, especially without Gonzalez out there. At one point, we were down like our first 3 or 4 corners in the depth chart from injuries, and Austin
Jeez.
stepped in and held his own pretty well. So I'm excited to see how he turns out.
Nice. Sweet. How about this defense in general? Any players you want to mention? Kevin
Um,
White.
Yeah, Keon White has a big responsibility this year. I mean, without Judon now, it's up to him and Anthony Jennings to step up as pass rushers. And I think Keon White's good enough to answer the call. We also have this dude, O'Shane Zimenez, I think is how you pronounce it. He's third on the depth chart for outside linebacker, but he's a late round guy who had a sneaky good training camp. So I'm definitely watching out for him too, as someone who could grow into a pretty solid starter.
Sweet. Well, let's hop into this mixed schedule. Let's see what the Patriots are up against. Got Cincinnati week 1. Joe Burrow, Joe Cool will probably be healthy for this game. What are we thinking, Cooper?
I don't know. Joe Burrow coming off injury. It's got me feeling optimistic as a Patriots fan, but new head coach, new offense, new quarterback. I can't in good faith say we're going to beat a team on the road as good as the Bengals.
Yeah, that's fair. Okay, and then we're moving on week
I'll be
2.
surprised if that happens, but I'm not going to chalk it up as a W either.
Okay, that's fair. Optimistic, but not unrealistic. And then we got the Seattle Seahawks at home for the home opener.
Yeah, I think they're going to win that game because I'm going. I'm going to be
Oh,
there in
hell
person.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, well, that with the Cooper Power, that would obviously transition to a victory. That makes sense to me.
They owe me a W. The last game I went to, they lost 10-7 to the Giants, and probably the worst game I've ever been to in my life.
10-7.
So I'm due for one.
Damn, bro.
Law of averages.
They definitely owe
Aggressive
you a
team.
victory. Then you got the Jets after that in MetLife. What do you think about that? Who is it? Aaron Rodgers, that's right. Mr. Rodgers himself. Will he be
Yeah, I
healthy?
think we split with the Jets, so I'll chalk up the away one as an L.
Okay. It's understandable. And then we got the 49ers after that. That's rough. Over in San Francisco, no less.
I don't know. Could be a trap game.
Could be a trap game for the 49ers, huh? But I don't think it will
Any given Sunday.
be. Anyway, moving on. You got the Dolphins after that. At home. Are you going to split the Dolphins this year, you think?
Yeah, I'll say we split with the Dolphins.
All right.
Paper
And then you
tiger.
got. Oh, and then you got Houston at home. Could confuse
Houston probably
Stroud.
us.
Yeah, you think so? They do have a lot of receivers right now.
It's really hard to like chalk a lot of things up as a win because now, like our defense has been so good, but we lost Barmore, we lost Judon, we lost Belichick, which it's yet to be seen how big of a change that is. But I think people are sleeping on how big of a deal it is that we no longer have Bill Belichick. So
I
like
agree.
there's a lot of things that we as Patriots fans take for granted, even in the shitty era without Tom Brady, that we're about to realize, isn't a guarantee in the football world. We've had a good defense for a super long time, and it's just I will believe in Gerard Mayo until he gives me a reason not to, But I think it's crazy how people are like so stoked about Belichick being gone, and I think it's going to be evident on some days. Sometimes.
Fair. Yeah, man was a legend. So does feel like a little bit of disrespect over there for him. So we'll see if that ends up bad for them. Oh, Wembley Stadium. You guys get to go to England this year. That's fun.
Yeah, that's tough. I mean, that's like their home stadium, Jacksonville. They're spending 2 weeks there. I forget if this is the first or second game, but they're spending 2 straight weeks playing in London.
Poor bastards.
Yeah.
They're gonna have so many England fans by the time they in a couple of years. They're starting to just win them over. Except that they always lose when they're over there, so I guess that's not helping.
Yeah, we always send like the small market teams down there. The ones who are
Yeah,
desperate.
the Bucks have been over there a couple times.
Like, have we ever sent the Cowboys down there? The Packers?
No. Well, no, actually, that's not right. The Packers were over there pretty recently, actually. I think they're going
They
to
played
Brazil.
with the Giants in London.
Yeah, and then now they're going to Brazil next year. Well, this year.
Like next week.
Yeah,
tomorrow.
Yeah, I heard Sunday from my podcast I was just on last night. Check that out, guys. NFL preseason Packers. Sports by Compion. Could be you watching it. And this all right, so anyway, we said we were gonna split the Jets, so we're going 1-on-1. At this point we get the Titans in Titans land. Nissan Stadium, if you will.
Yeah, I'll give us a dub against the Titans. I'll say we split between them and the Bears. So we beat one of them, lose to one of them.
Okay. All right, beat the Titans, lose to Caleb Williams. Sounds good.
It's both teams with like young, inexperienced quarterbacks with like veteran receiving cores that might give us some problems,
Yeah, that's fair. And then you got the Rams and the Dolphins after that again. You're splitting the Dolphins? You had said, right?
Yeah.
So you're splitting all your rivals. You think?
I'll say we lose both to the Bills.
Oh yeah, the Bills.
Yeah. We beat the Bills last year, when we were terrible, but we were like, I think overall in the post Tom Brady era, we're probably like 200, 250, 300 against the Bills,
Damn.
Not good at all. Josh Allen is problematic for the Patriots.
It's a problem. What a flip of the script for Bills fans to suddenly be dominating that rivalry.
Well, their season still ends in misery every year, so
this is true.
Yeah. Same ending, just a different script,
Just Patrick Mahomes, all different ways.
Yeah, seriously.
Anyway, Colts, they are coming to see you guys. The old historic rivalry.
Fuck the Colts. W.
Nice.
And then I'll even that out by giving us an L out of Arizona.
Do you reckon that Drake May will be starting by this time?
Week 15. Yeah, I bet he's starting like way before that.
I think so too.
That's my guess. But we'll see.
Yeah.
If the O-line's a mess, then we're just going to keep Brissett out there until he dies, I think.
And if he dies, bring in Tyrod Taylor. Poor Tyrod Taylor. Anyway, I imagine you guys could probably beat the Cardinals. I mean, it's only Kyle Murray.
Running quarterbacks always give us trouble.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, it's like a whole new coaching staff and whatnot.
Sure.
It's always changing, but I don't know. I gave us the win against the Colts. I think the Colts are going to be pretty good next year, so I'll give us an L against the Cardinals to keep myself honest.
All right, and then we lose to the Bills. Oh God, you get to play the Bills twice at the end of the year. Chargers, you think you're going to beat them?
Yeah, I'll say we beat the Chargers and lose to the Bills twice.
This sounds like a winning record to me. It sounds like a 10 and.
No way. I gave us like 6 wins.
Oh, okay.
If I gave us anything more than 8 wins.
Okay, so you think
or at least a little bit of hopium.
6 to 8 wins then. That's a good year. That's a good year. If you guys could pull that off in a rebuild year, I think that'd be really good.
They're not as far off as everyone thinks, but a lot of things have to go right for them to be good. And from what I know about watching football, not everything's going to go right. At least something's going to go wrong. And they have no margin for error compared to teams like the 49ers or Chiefs. What's up, Kitty Cat?
The Tiger, he's recently home. He went out and got lost and got into tons of trouble, and I had to pay a whole bunch to get him out of kitty jail. And he's a little
Oh, no.
Yeah. Yep. But anyway, guys, that's the prediction from our resident Patriots expert. Cooper, do you have any final words for those Patriots fans? Maybe just looking for a little bit of hope, a ray in the rain, a rainbow in the rain, if you will, about this upcoming season for your New England Patriots?
We have a ray of hope. His name is Drake May.
Absolutely.
And he is our ray of hope until he proves that he shouldn't be.
Love it. Love it. That's a good answer. We're going to leave it at that, people. Don't lose hope. The football season is upon us. Make sure you're liking and subscribing to our content. We're going to have a whole bunch of NFL good stuff coming your way. Cooper will be a part of it as well. It's going to be good times, man. Get excited. Football season's here, people. Thank you to Cooper for coming on. Thank you so much for your fans for paying attention. We love you guys.